Are you ready to have your website get found by the right people? Are you looking to rank at the top of Google so you get more traffic to your website? Are you ready to learn how to use SEO and content marketing to grow your organic traffic? If so, you are in the right place, my friend. Welcome to the Simple SEO Content Podcast. Hi, and welcome back to the Simple SEO Podcast. This is our final new live episode for 2024. This will be coming out just a week or so before Christmas. And I hope that you, like me, are about to enjoy taking some time off and being able to spend time with your friends, your family, whatever, doing what you really enjoy for the next couple of weeks, and kind of regroup and relax and maybe start to plan for the new year and come in with refreshed energy. And I want you to think about, I know last year, this time of year, I talked about looking and reflecting on 2023 and how things went and your marketing and your performance and your website traffic. And we talked about planning for 2024, and that's all great. And I do think that that's important. And I think that you should take a little bit of time to reflect on what worked this year and what didn't work and what you liked and what you didn't like. But I want you to look at it from a different perspective. I want you to look at it from a schedule and priority perspective. If you started your business, like many of us, like me, to have more time freedom, more time and flexibility to be able to do the things that matter to you, and you've ended up in a position like many of us do, where you really don't have the freedom that you were looking for. You feel like things are not working the way you wanted them to, or you've built a business that's kind of derailing you. You can make changes. And I just want you to remember you can make changes. And if you're coming into this and you're working, it's a side hustle and you're starting to grow it and you're trying to do it, think about what is the most important to you and how do you want to make all of this work? Because having a business can give you the best time freedom available to a working adult. You can have time in your schedule for the things that matter to you. I've worked on really prioritizing my own health and my fitness, and it was very, very hard for me to allow myself to take an hour a day to work out because I felt that I should be working. I should not be using that time to work out. And it wasn't until I changed the perspective and I thought about that working out actually makes me better and sharper and more likely to be able to work and be productive, and it makes me happier. So it's very important. It's probably more important that I get that workout each morning than I actually work over the course of the day. But what I want you really to think about as we're going into 2025, if you truly want time freedom, you want to work 10 hours a week, 15 hours a week, 20 hours a week, whatever it is, you really don't want to work 40 hours a week. You want to have location freedom. You want to be able to go and travel, and you want to be able to explore for a few days and then catch up and work for a few days. And maybe you want to have, your coaching business or your online course business, or maybe you want to have digital products, something that's easy to be location independent. Then what I want you to look at and think about is how are you going to get there? So for me, and my students and everything I've seen over the years, the absolute best way to have more time freedom is by really zeroing in on organic marketing. And the reason I stress organic more than just overall digital marketing is because organic marketing is more profitable. You don't have to share your revenue in the form of an ad spend. So every dollar that you bring in, your business actually gets to keep. When you are running ads, you have to repay for that ad investment each month. And you have to make sure that you're earning enough to cover the cost of the ad spend and then make revenue on top of it. And ads can be really good They can help scale a business. They can help supplement. Like, I'm not saying don't ever run ads, but I'm saying build your organic funnel first. Really zero in on it and get it up and going, because it's going to give you the freedom and the flexibility that you are searching for. So when you're building an organic funnel, you're going to want to look at sources of website traffic. So the very first thing is you need to have a website, and you need to have a website of your own. I don't want you to try to build your business with an organic funnel and driving everyone to a social media channel, because you don't own the social media channel. And anyone who's been in business for a couple of years now knows that the social media algorithms change constantly. And what works on a platform today very likely will not work on the same platform in 6 to 12 months, because they're going to adjust the algorithm, they're going to swap things around, and suddenly you're going to have to do something else to maintain your visibility. The other challenge with trying to build on social media, so first of all, it's rented. It's not yours. You don't own it. You have no control over the algorithm. The other challenge is that you have almost no visibility, even with the people who have already said, I want updates from this business. I want to follow this business. I want to hear about what's going on. Only, and it, depending on the platform, like 1 to 5% of your audience is going to see your posts. So you're putting a lot of time and effort, but you may not be getting much in return. And that's something that I talk about a lot, is really looking at what are you getting back for the time and effort that you're putting in for social media? Because most social media channels want you to post multiple times a day, if not multiple times a day, at least multiple times a week. And there's a lot of time involved in that content creation, content posting, and then also the engagement on a lot of these channels, responding back to questions, answering things, looking to see what's going on, researching hashtags, etc. It's not as easy and set it and forget it as people try to make it out to be. So we're going to look at really building website traffic, because you own your website. From there, we're going to work on building an email list, because you want to have that email list so that you can really focus on capturing that traffic, bringing them into your world, keeping them in your world so that you can nurture them. You can build that loyalty. You can get to know them. They can get to know you and like you and know you and trust you. So how are we going to do that? We're going to build our website traffic through content. We're going to create blog content for our business and for our customers. And that content is going to really help our customers. It's going to answer their questions. It's going to give them tips and tricks, and it's going to be something that they are searching for in Google, or they're searching for on YouTube, or they're looking for in a podcast app. We're going to use keywords and some SEO to help connect that content with the audience. So the SEO is not that involved, you guys. The SEO is what we're going to do for the visibility for the content. So you're going to create your website, you're going to create your blog, you're going to blog weekly. One blog post a week is all you truly need to do to generate business revenue, leads, all of that. One post a week. You don't need to do 15. If you look at social media, if you're on all the different channels, it's like 50 or 60 posts a week that are the, best practices or recommendations for social media scheduling. Like if you posted and followed the recommendations for social media, I swear you'd get nothing else done, because they want so much from you. And if you just work with Google, which is designed to bring traffic to you, like think about it for just a moment. Social media doesn't want anyone to leave the app. So if you're active on social media, your goal on social media should be to grow your social media following. Because social media is going to penalize you essentially for sharing links and for trying to get people to leave their platform and come to your website. They're not going to show your information about your blog post. They're not going to show any of that. The only time they're really apt to show links is when you're buying ads. So it's become pay to play over the last decade on social media. Years ago, it didn't matter. They would show anything. They would send people to your blog posts. They would do all of that, but they don't do that anymore. Today, if you want people to visit your website from social media, you really mainly need to do ads. So if you're going to focus on social media, it's about building an audience and a following on social media. If you're looking to build traffic to your website, to introduce people to your products, your services, all of that, that's where blogging comes in, because the content that you create on your blog that you optimize, so you do some keyword research, you fill out your title tags and your meta descriptions, it's not that hard. That content is what people are going to find when they're searching in Google for information related to that blog post. So they're searching, they're actively looking, they want a product, they want a solution, they want to buy something, and your website comes up and they see your blog post or they see your website page and they're like, oh, this might have what I need. And they click and they come over to your site. You're actively working with someone who is looking for you versus you're trying to interrupt them when they're scrolling on the social app. So you're going to get a better result on the work that you're doing, and you need to do a whole lot less of it because you only need to create one post a week. Now, if you have a podcast, same thing. You can use that post as your core outline for your podcast episode. So now you've got a podcast that's connecting with people in a different way, and it's nurturing them because now they're seeing you if you're recording it on video, which I am not recording on video today because I worked out this morning and I'm trying to wrap up the rest of my podcasts. And so I'm still in my workout clothes. So I am not doing this on video. I know some people are comfortable with it. They record on video in their workout clothes or in their sweaty hair. I don't do that. But I'm connecting with you. You can hear my voice. You can hear the inflection and the tone and the laugh and the giggle and all of that. And I think that that really helps us build that bond with our customers or our listeners and start to feel like there's that connection point. So that's what you're looking for. So if you want more time freedom as an entrepreneur for 2025, I want you to really think about and commit to creating an organic marketing funnel. And I want to help you with it. So Simple SEO content is open for enrollment right now. If you go through the free class on the website, you will be able to get an invitation in there to join the class. We're on break right now. Like I said, today is our last Q&A call, but we're only on break for 2 weeks. We're going to be back on, I think it's January 7th. We meet the first and third Tuesday of each month, and we go through all the student questions. And I want you to join that class because I can help you figure out how to do this for your business. And we're going to set up that blog that's going to drive traffic to your business. We're going to get people coming into your website. I'm working on the email marketing class so that you can now start to build that email list so that you can connect with them. You can share that content on a weekly basis. If you have a podcast or if you want to start a podcast, you don't have one yet, but you do want to start one, take Simple Podcast SEO. There's a bonus there that will walk you through how to get started and how to record the first episodes and all of that. And then in that class, you're going to learn what to name your show and how to write your description. And even if you have a show already, there's a good chance from a visibility standpoint, you may need to adjust your show name. You may need to rename it completely to really help it be discovered and really help it grow. We're going to talk about how you name your episodes and what type episodes and how long they should be and all sorts of stuff. So if you're ready, you want to use the next couple weeks, you've got a little bit of downtime in between all of the holiday craziness, or you're looking forward, you're taking the week off work between Christmas and New Year's, and you really want to do something for your business and be ready to go in January, go ahead and get enrolled in those classes. Simple SEO content is at etchedmarketing.com/yes. Simple Podcast SEO is at etchedmarketing.com/enroll. Get signed up in those classes. We'll get this going for you. And you, my friend, can have a lot more freedom and flexibility thanks to organic marketing, thanks to the content that you're creating and the optimization that you're doing on that content. And that will fuel your business and will help you make money even if you're not the one sitting at your desk. I've had students enroll in my course while I was chaperoning field trips, while we were at Disney World as a family, while I was volunteering in my son's classroom. I've also had it happen while I was actively sitting at my desk teaching a live webinar. Like, there's all sorts of stuff that happens, but it's amazing to feel that excitement when you see that a new student has enrolled or a new client has reached out and submitted to schedule on your calendar link if you're a coach or a consultant. And it was because they found your content and they fell in love with it. And now they want to work with you. And I want to help you set that up for your business. All right. I want to wish you the very best holiday season, no matter what you celebrate. And I hope that you get some time to relax and enjoy it and reflect upon it. And just take a few minutes to think about what worked in your business this year, what didn't work, and what you're going to do different. And I hope for your sake and mine that you will really focus on and commit to creating that organic funnel and that content funnel for next year. And let me teach you how to do it and what to do on that blog and how to make sure that it drives traffic for your business. All right, that is it for me for today. The next couple of weeks, you will have best of episodes, and I will be back with brand new content in January. I will see you soon. Bye for now. That's all for today's episode of the Simple SEO Content Podcast. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you visit my website, etchedmarketing.com, and visit the freebies tab. Right there, you're going to find the SEO Content Quick Start Guide along with the free SEO class. So you'll have everything you need to know to get started with SEO and content marketing. Then do me a favor, if you wouldn't mind, if you would do a rating and a review of this podcast on your favorite platform. That would really help spread the message, and I do greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions, you can always DM me on Instagram at Etched Marketing Academy, and I will see you right back here next week.